Hey man, Murdoch wrong again, man. Tell you what, man. I've been doing like some patinas on my breast devices. Uh, so far, man, some of them been turning out pretty good. I really liked how they been turning out, and so have other people, man. So a lot of other people been like, man, how you do that? How you do that? Now, so I just wanted to make a video that kind of went over how I did it. Now I'm not gonna get into like the technicalities of it. Um, I'm not gonna give you like exactly what I use because I mean it kind of takes the fun away from it. But anyways, so I know recently I just posted a picture of my Chi that I did. Now I put another and sprayed that again like right after I posted that picture and let it sit for the night, and then I finished it up later today or earlier today, later the next day after I sprayed it. All in all, man, it basically it put my device out for maybe 2 days. I mean, 2 days tops, because I mean you're not gonna really be able to use it. So I mean, if it's like the only device you got, then yeah, you might not wanna do it. But anyways, take a look at that. That's my Chi U, man. My breast Chi U with the patina on it. Man, and that turned out so good. I really like how that turned out. But so anyways, man, I just wanted to kind of go over a couple things. And man, it bakes like it should. That's a great thing about it. But so anyways, so yeah, man, it's basically really simple. There's information out there on the internet. If you search, just kind of figure out stuff that works. I mean, there's lots of web pages, lots of information, and just kind of go search what you're looking for and you'll find it. I mean, honestly, that's what I did. And then try things. Now, a couple things that I wanted to bring up is a lot of people might not have a Chi U that they want to spray. You know, a lot of people might not have another device that they're willing to be out of for 2 days. So one thing that I encourage you to do: go pick up some brass tube. Go pick up some brass tube. Now I know what this looks like, man. Kind of looks like a Pansper, like a Poliac. That's right. That's cut to the size of an 18/500 tube for the Poliac pants for the Poliac. Now I'm probably gonna cut one for the switch section too, the shirt, and drill a hole in it, so that way I can make this, and I'm not messing with other stuff that I have. But that's something you can do. Is spend you a couple bucks, and it's not expensive. I mean, honestly, it cost me. I mean, I think this was like $5, and then there was shipping on top of that. But you can probably go to like a local store, local Lowe's or something, get some copper. Works just as well, man. Works just as well. But this is something you can practice on, and it doesn't have to be this size. It can be smaller, it can be bigger. It's just something that you can practice on and see kind of what works, what doesn't work. Okay, so that's something. And like I said, I just got this, and I'm gonna put it. I'm probably gonna, once I get it sanded down, like my edging, get all them burrs off. It's gonna get patinaed, and I'm just gonna experiment with some other different things, you know. But yeah, so that's probably your most important thing, is you got to find something that you can use. Now, one other thing, if like you're doing your research, look at things like if you're looking for a certain color, look at the things, and it'll give you an idea of what to try. And also, it'll give you kind of chemical names, but a lot of times some of them chemicals are household items. Yeah, a lot of times some of them chemicals are household items. So also kind of look and see what some of your household items are. You know, um, lots of stuff got vinegar in it. You know, ketchup got vinegar in it. Some pickle juice got vinegar in it. So, like I said, man, that's what is so fun about this patina stuff, is it something that you kind of experiment with and figure out what works, what doesn't, and how you like things looking. But so usually when I get a device that I'm going to patina, if you watch a bunch of the videos, you do a lot of reading, they'll say clean your metal first in order to get a good patina. Well, you know, in my mind, the whole purpose of you putting a patina on here is to give it character. And if there's a little more grease from where you grab it, you know, I think that that's a good thing. And I think it adds to the character of the device. So, like this, I didn't clean it. It was already somewhat aged a little bit. It wasn't shiny, and I just was like, alright, well, let me take these switches off, right? Take them switches off and give it a go. And I mean, you see how it came out. I love it. Now this, I'm probably going to clean, because at least this first time that I try it, because this probably has machining oil on it. So you really don't know. So if you're going to try, you're getting pipes and using those, you probably want to clean those first. But as far as like your other devices, I think they're generally pretty good. So I use the patina that I use. It's a cold patina, and it's kind of a mixture of my own making. Like I said, I mean, it's really a mixture of my own making, and I don't measure it. That's the thing. It's like what I got in there right now, I kind of know what's in there. But as far as like when I finish that bottle that I mixed, I'm going to mix it up from memory, and it might be a little bit off. So my patinas might come out a little bit different next time, which is perfectly fine. That's the whole point of it, is to add character to your device. You know? So it basically, like I was saying, it's a cold patina. Some patinas, they kind of use the fumes of the chemicals that you're using to kind of get your patina on there. But I use a cold one, where you just basically take your tube, you set it down, and you spray it. Get it all wet, let it sit for a couple hours, 2 to 6 hours, look at it, spray it again. You know, let it sit for a couple hours, 2 to 6 hours, and see how it looks. Now, one thing that I noticed was when you spray your patina on, it adds a texture to it, right? It adds a texture to it. Now, sometimes you want a texture, sometimes you don't. Sometimes you like to have a smoother texture. Now, ways you can get around that is after you're done patina in it, you can use it, you know. Use it for a day or two. It'll wear some of that patina off. It'll smooth off the roughness. Your hands are going to feel a little flaky, but all in all, it's not that bad. But I found another way to do it is, after you patinaed it, take it, drop it in some rubbing alcohol, swirl it around in there, and it'll help smooth out the colors. It'll help smooth out the texture. And that's what I did with this, right? Dropped it in some alcohol, and smooth out the texture. Now, another thing, patinas, the great thing about them is they're not permanent. They're not permanent at all. They're really not. Even this one, now that I got it finished, I still could go back to making it super shiny. It'd take a little work because I put a coating on it, but I mean it still can go back. But so if you not liking it, just keep using it. It eventually will wear off, and you can spray it again. I mean, the first device I did, my brass Caravella, it doesn't have a lick of green on it anymore for my first patina. But that's just that. But if you get a patina that you want, there's different sealing things that you can do to it to make it not rub off as easy. You can do wax, but one thing that I found is this. It's a crystal clear enamel. That one's a glossy one, so if I put on a thick enough coat, I can actually buff it out, polish it, and it comes looking out nice. And it's an enamel, so it's hard. It's not going to carry on fingerprints, and your patina is not going to change. You know, if you didn't make your patina thick enough, it might eventually wear off. But that's the great thing about patinas, is they are always changing, and it adds character. Anyways, man, this Murdoch Rummel, I just kind of figured I'd give my couple thoughts about patinas. But you guys have a good day.